How are you, dear Father? How are you handling your life? I'm very, very, very interested in fatherhood because I enjoy fatherhood. And I also talk from the place of the mind of God, his desire truly of how fathers should do the things that they ought to do, biblical experiences, biblical examples, and all of that. So if you watch any of our videos before, you would understand that it really is a place where fathers can learn, where fathers are able to say, okay, here and there, I need to put this in order and put that in order. Because one other thing that I believe in strongly is that if you're able to know your place, then you can take your place. Where we live in a place, in a society where everything is just done, but the man that becomes intentional in the place of fatherhood is a man that enjoys all that God intends for him to enjoy. Did you watch our last video? Help a father, help someone that is not yet a father to understand what fatherhood is about. Today, however, I'm going to be asking you a question, and I want you to give it a thought. Who's got the ears of your child? Who's got the ears of your child? I realize that in our society today, we put our children in the house, they're in the room, they're in the parlor, wherever it is, they're in the house. And as far as you're concerned, everyone is right there in front of you. But do you know that they have, their telephones and all of that? The world has got their ears. Everyone has got access to them. Check it out. Everyone has got access to them. You're surprised? But that's the truth. Everyone has got access to them. So I'd like to ask you this morning, where is your child? Or this afternoon, this evening, where is your child? Who is your child with? Who has access to your child? Who's got their ears? Who are they listening to? Do you have answers to these questions? It's so important that we're interested in who our children listen to. Because anyone that's got their ears will also be able to give them directions. Anyone that's got their attention will give them directions. So just take a minute and find out where your child is. Find out who they are with. Find out who they listen to. It won't take anything from you really, because if you're able to know who your children listen to, then it will be easy for you to determine what their actions will be. It will be easy for you to know what they will do, what they are capable of doing, because you know who they are listening to. Most times, fathers just believe that because you back out instructions, you back out directions, that they are listening to you. Sometimes they are not. They will say, yes, sir, yes, dad, yes, papa, just so they can leave your presence. And when they leave your presence, someone else is talking to them. They have peers, they have people that they want to be a part of. But it's important, dear Father, that you don't leave this to chance. That you don't say, I've tried my best. What else do you want me to do? Please. When God called Abraham into fatherhood, there was one thing he said to him. He said to him, paraphrasing, that it may be well with you. So, if you're able to bring up these children and be the father that you're supposed to be, ultimately, it is to your benefits as a father. And that same promise is available to every father. In one of my videos, I said that you're getting into partnership with God. And when you're in partnership with someone, there are benefits. Imagine that now you are in partnership with God the Father concerning people that he has sent through you. So if you don't know where your child is, if you don't know who your daughter is spending time with, then you should find out. How many fathers take note of the things that go on in the lives of their children? I know you're busy. I know you're trying to make money, or you have made money. I know you're busy putting things together here and there, but you have to bother. You have to be concerned. You have to get involved without thinking that you're pushing it too far. Yes, I said it. You know, sometimes the children can even intimidate us with their attitude, with their response. Daddy, why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me who my friend is? Daddy, why are you asking me who I just spoke with? Why are you asking me who I'm going to see? Why are you asking me where I'm coming from? Why are you asking me who just spoke with me? They can intimidate us. And you know, you just feel like, okay, well, let me let them be. Let me let them live their lives. Let me let them do what they want to do because, Daddy, you're asking too many questions. Don't you trust me? Daddy, I'm a big boy. I'm a big girl. A child is telling you that they are big, they are old enough. And so you let it go. You relax. You no longer bother about who they relate with. It's okay with you that you are relaxed. I mean, that's not one of your problems anymore. No, sir. I beg of you, right now, as you're watching this video, find out who your children are relating with. Find out the friends of your children. Ask the questions now. Who did you just speak with? What did the people talk about? But that's getting too far. No, that's not getting too far. That is not getting too far. Because if you allow them intimidate you to a point where they say, it's my life, brother, sister, it's not your life. Hey, I am your father. I am your mother. We gave birth to you, and we know better than you do. We want to know who your friends are, not so that we can, intrude, as it were, but so that we can guide, so that we can, teach, so that we can help you understand what life is about. You know, there's a story in the Bible. We all know about King David, right? He had many children, and among his children was one called Amnon. Amnon was his son, and Amnon had one strange desire to be with his half sister. And at that point, if Amnon had spoken to his father, probably what happened would not have happened. But the Bible tells me that Amnon spoke to his friend Jonadab. That's the story in 2 Samuel chapter 13. Spoke to his friend Jonadab. And there is a way that Jonadab is described. Jonadab is described as crafty, described as subtle. And this was the person that he spoke to. This was the person that had his ears at the time. So you see why I'm asking this question. Who's got the ears of your child? Is it a Jonadab? Is it someone that is crafty? Is it someone that is wise? You don't mind that someone that is described like that has got the attention of your children, of your child? You say, oh, they are mates, they are peers, they are friends, they've been there, and all of that. Please be concerned, because the advice that Jonadab gave to Amnon led to many problems in the family of King David. King David could no longer control it. You know, that was a time where he didn't know what to do. Because from Amnon, it went to Tamar, it went to Absalom and everything. And he saw his children going through so much pains, so much trouble. It affected his throne, affected his family. Goodness me. Why? Because he wasn't really bothered. When Amnon came to him to tell him what Jonadab had advised him to tell him, he didn't see anything wrong with it. And that was right. I should be able to trust my child. I should be able to listen, trust my children. But if you know who is surrounding your child, you will be able to say, you will think twice. So please, instead of just letting your children have friends that are questionable, have friends that are crafty, have friends that are street smarts, have friends that are whatever it is, in this group, in that group, and all of that. And no, please be aware of who your children are listening to. They listen to you, I know. But there are still situations where they listen to their friends. You won't be with them all the time. You cannot be with them all the time. There are times that you cannot be with them. So remember, I have often said, it's a privilege to be a father. Yes, it is. It's an honor that you are working with God. It's an honor that God allows, for a partnership where you have a child that He has given and you're training up this child in His way. This should be one of the things that you train up your child in. Let your child know that the environment where they live in right now has got several influences. And they should be at a place where the greatest influence should be that of the Holy Spirit. Should be that of the Holy Spirit. Because if you have taught them, if you have instructed them from when they were born, and you have shared experiences with them, and you have guided them, there's a time when they won't be with you. Teach them to listen to the Holy Spirit even when they are with you. Teach them to hear from Him even when they are not with you. Let them know that there is someone whose intention for them is always good. Let them know that there is someone whose intention for them is always good. This way, even when they have friends around them, they will be able to know that, okay, my friend advised this, my friend says that, but you know what? Can I just run it by the one that I know his thoughts towards me are always for the best? I do not know what Jonadab was thinking when he gave Amnon that counsel, that advice. I don't know. The same way the people that have the attention of your children through all of the gadgets that we buy for them, I don't know what their thoughts are. I don't know what their intentions are. They're all trying to get your children's attention. They're all trying to get your children's ears. Is that in line with what you're teaching them? Is that in line with what you're training them in? How well do you know who has gotten the ears of your child? Can you truly say that I know who my child is listening to today on that situation, on that subject, in that matter? Do you really know? They are growing. And there are some things they will not be willing, not even able, willing to share with you. What are you going to do to see that if they can't share it with you, at least they can share it with someone who has their interests at heart? At least they can share it with someone who truly wants the best for them. But if you're not concerned about that, and if you're not bothered about that, and you say, well, let them have their life, it's their life. When I was growing up, my father didn't guide me, my father didn't talk to me, my father didn't do this, I found my way around life, I did that. You may not come across people like the way around you for your children now. So you have to be able to say, I am your father. I am your parent. I want to know who you're speaking with. I want to know where you are going to. I want to know who you are talking to. I want to know who you are talking with. I want to know. Get to know. Get to know. Because their decisions and their choices and the consequences will not just affect them, it will affect you. Oh, yes, it will. It will affect you. The story I shared about King David and his children, it affected King David so much that I'm sure if he was able to share, he would have said, fathers, get involved. Fathers, get involved. If I had asked Amnon, really, why this? And who is Jonadab? Why is Jonadab around you? If he was described as a crafty person, then it means people around him knew about him. People around him knew about him. It wasn't hidden. Who he was not a hidden information. They knew about him. But King David still didn't care. You need to care. You need to care. And so let's flip it now. We're asking fathers to find out who's got the ears of their children and all of that, and it now seems like, oh, your child is the best, is the one that is good. Are you really training your child to be a good child? Or you now think that it's only the child of your neighbor, or just the child of your friend, or the child of your colleague that is not good? Have you found out if your child is also giving out wrong counsel? Have you found out if your child is also leading another person's child astray? So you have to get to a point where, as a father, you are involved. You don't just let things slide. You don't just say, why do I have to bother myself and all of that? Where you hear your child say, I want this, you say, okay, I want that, okay. And you don't know where that is coming from. Who is influencing their decision? Who is influencing their choices? Who is telling them this is what they should do at this time? As a father, I want to believe that you know why you're a father, right? That you didn't become a father by chance. You didn't become a father by circumstance. You were ready for fatherhood. That's another talk. Because we have a lot of men that have become fathers. I do not know why they are fathers. So some of them will say, I beg, all I do is give you food. You have given us a child. You will take care of this child. You will guide this child. You will get involved in the life of this child until this child becomes the person that God says this child should become. So I talked about the story of King David and his son, and how someone had access to King David's son, Jonadab. Now let's look at a man called Lot. Wow. I mean, if David and Lot were to have a meeting today, what will they be saying to themselves? I gave my children everything. I don't know what more they wanted. They had access to this, they had access to that, like some of us have done. We've given our children everything that they have asked for, because we've told ourselves that we didn't get this, so they should get it. So whatever they want, we give to them. We don't care who is speaking into their ears. We don't care who has access to them. Just go ahead and live your life. Lot was a man that lived with Abraham. Lot was a man that grew up under Abraham's house. But when he moved to a different location, something happened. The society where he found himself, they had a lifestyle. And their lifestyle was different from the lifestyle he had taught his children. Or maybe when he got there, he was like, well, they will learn. Children, go and mix up with your new friends, with your new neighbors. They would learn. And they learned. They learned something that was strange. They learned something that gosh, if you know that story, you would wonder, where did they learn this from? Because I'm certain Lot didn't teach them that, because Lot wasn't taught that in Abraham's house. Lot didn't teach them that. So they picked it up from their new location. So here, parents, you move around. A new school, a new neighborhood, a new playground, a new environment, a new office. And every time they move, a new class, there's someone that has got their ears. Have you bothered to ask, what did you discuss today with your friend? What did that friend say to you? Who are your friends? What do you talk about? What do you discuss? Oh, my friend said we should meet somewhere. All right, go ahead, socialize. And they have socialized and they have socialized. And now see what they came to do to their father. An abomination. That child of yours that didn't used to steal before is now stealing. And the child doesn't see it as stealing. The child sees it as, just take from your father's wallet now. He already has enough. And that's what they've told the child. It's not stealing now. It doesn't make any difference. Your father won't even know. And truly, you're not aware that something is gone missing. And they push it. Your boundary, your timeline is 6 p.m., you're back home. But they say, what is it? What are you going home to do at 6 p.m.? Tell your father now that we just need to stay around again till 7. And they push it. They're now listening to someone else. And as far as you're concerned, I can't kill myself. Let them do what they want to do. No, sir. No, sir. They shouldn't just do what they want to do. Because if Lot had called his children and to say to them, look, we're in a new place, we're in a new environment, but remember what I have taught you. That's what God kept doing. Each time the children of Israel moved from one location to the other location, he kept reminding them of who they were. He kept reminding them of who they were. This is who you are. This is who you are. Don't mix up with this. Don't mix up with this one. Don't mix up. Don't learn their languages. Don't learn their traditions. He kept reminding them. Each time you find a new person around your child, I beg you, remind them of who they are. And because I know that you can't be with them all the time, to know when a new person has come into their life, then ensure you start now. Start now to talk to your children. Start now to instill this discipline into them. Start now to let them know that, you know what? This is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. Don't let them have their way in everything. No, don't do that. Even God doesn't let us have our way in everything. Yes, he says you make a choice. He says you have the power to choose. And he says if you choose life, you enjoy it. If you choose death, you enjoy it. Is that what you want for your child? No, you don't. Because at the end of the day, the first story I used, David, he suffered it. This second story, Lot, he suffered it. What do you want to suffer? You don't want to learn from someone's experience. You want to suffer tomorrow. Please, I don't want that for you as a father. Because fatherhood is a place of honor. Yes, there's responsibility, but who is it that wants to enjoy harvest without responsibilities? Nobody. It's a place of honor. It's a privileged place. It's a place where you are able to influence your children. It's a place where you're able to teach people. And these ones in turn teach others. So I want to plead with you, dear fathers, teach them the ways of life. Teach them the ways of life. Everyone that call you father, teach them the ways of life. Let them know who their friends are, and you should know who their friends are. What I mean by they should know who their friends are, let them know that this friend is an honest person. This person is a crafty person. Let them know who their friends are. Let them be able to speak with you about their friends. Dear fathers, who's got the ears of your child? Who has got the ears of your child? Let this concern you. Don't tell me they are too old for you to begin. And don't tell me they are too young either. Start somewhere. Start where you are now. Start now that you have the time. Start now that you are here. Start now because everyone is looking for who will listen to them. I'm not asking you to become their friend. I'm saying be their father, a listening father. Don't be their friend. You're not supposed to be their friend. Be a friendly father. Be a friendly father that can listen, that they can talk with. Because there are limits to what a friend can do. Be a father. Be a listening father. Be a friendly father. Because you need to have access to their ears. Did we learn something today? To that young man that is about to become a father, are you ready to get involved in people's lives? Are you the type that will say, I don't like stress. They can do what they want to do there. I don't think you're ready. Because you have to get involved. Check their phones. Check their laptops. Get to know who they surround themselves with. Don't let privacy lead you to trouble. I beg us. I beg us. The place of a father is a great place. But it requires some form of work. Not so much work. And for those of us that are young fathers, you've got a great opportunity listening to this now, because you can begin now. That 3-year-old child of yours, Let them know that they can show you everything. Let them get used to the fact that daddy gets to find out who I speak with and who I play with. And so when you notice that they are beginning to hide things, you will know because you already understand the language. Start now. Your child is just 8 years old, perfect time. Start now. Start now. Don't wait until we're 18. And then you now want to come and remold us. We formed our habits long ago. Don't wait until we're 20. Don't wait until we're almost out of your house. This is the time. The place of the Father is a great place. Step into it with knowledge. Who has got the ears of your child? If you can answer this very simple question, you would have helped yourself greatly so that in old age, you will not be crying and saying, had I known like King David, I would have stepped in. Had I known like Lot, I wouldn't have let them just be free in this new environment without knowing what's going on in their lives. Will you do that today? Thank you. We trust you. Yes, we do. We know that you can and you will, because it's also for your good and for our good, so that there will be peace upon the land and everyone will enjoy. Everyone will be glad that there is a set man in this house. There is a strong man in this house. And when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel tired, don't just shut the doors. Don't give in. Talk to God the Father. I mean, how does he cope with all of these children that he has? Don't give in. Don't say, I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. Let them live the life. No. Talk to God the Father. He knows what more to do. He knows how to strengthen you to keep doing the work. He knows the counsel he can give to you. He knows the wisdom with which you can do what you need to do. Don't give in. Talk to God the Father. Will you share this with someone else? Subscribe, will you, please? So we can reach out to more fathers. And if you subscribe and you tick all the notifications buttons, then when we upload anything new, you'll be one of the first to get it. Let's keep helping fathers so that the family will become what God intends for the family to become. And all of us will have a good life and a peaceable life because every father is taking his place and is working it out. Thank you so much. My name again is Nemi Basi Ekefre, and this is the place of a father. Have a great day. Have a great life.